For years, I've been dressing up as the world's biggest pop stars and taking the piss out of their songs without permission. But that's so last series, and now I've got a new challenge. I'm on a mission to find pop stars with a sense of humour. Artists who can have a laugh at themselves and be part of their very own spoof with me. I've got to persuade chart toppers the Hoosiers to let me hang with the band.
Really glad to have you here.
Yeah. Spoof their songs.
Did we say yes then?
And get them to appear in the video.
How do you feel about that? You all right with that?
What am I letting myself in for? The Hoosiers burst onto the music scene in 2007, their first album going straight to #1 with 2 massive top 5 hits, Worried About Ray and Goodbye Mr. A. They're about to launch their new album with a new sound and first single, Choices. I'm off to meet them at their rehearsal studio. I need to find out more about them so that I can write a spoof Hoosiers song. I hope they'll be impressed with my musical skills and want to take part in my spoof. Well, I can hear the Hoosiers in there, so I'm going to go in and gate crash and see if I can join in. Hello, I'm Katy.
Hi, I'm Erwin.
Erwin. Hello, Erwin.
Martin.
Martin. And you must be Al.
That's right.
So this is where you usually rehearse, is it?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, pretty much.
And what are you rehearsing for in particular?
Well, at the moment, we've just sort of finished recording the album. Now we've got to learn how to play it.
Okay. Well, look, don't let me hold you up too much. I mean, obviously, if it's all right with you, I'd very much like to join the band.
Really?
Is that? Okay. Right. Well, why don't you guys just sort of start playing something, and I'll
Find a corner.
and I'll find it.
There's a corner somewhere.
But I'm a bit worried that if I stand over here, you won't be able to hear me properly.
Oh, we'll hear you. Great.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to take it away? Do you want to start then?
Okay. And yeah.
Yeah? Only love will save us now. Actually, pretty good. Go on. I want you to know I like it, boy, but not everybody likes me.
So how did your band form?
Me and Erwin met about 15 years ago.
Yeah, we were just
a long time ago.
It's nice when people are in bands that were friends at school and are still in the band together and like each other. At least they're happy to pretend for the sake of the cameras. And then Martin.
Yeah.
I'm from Manchester.
I think you're telling me a little porky. You're actually from...
I'm actually Scandinavian.
You're Scandinavian. You're going to be trouble, aren't you? Can I pick this up? Can I pick this up here?
Yeah. You do your thing.
And I don't think Martin likes me.
He does. He's like that with everybody.
Is he? Oh, OK, that's
Particularly
reassuring.
members as well. Well, it just gives him someone else to sort of aim all his vitriol at.
Oh, OK, fine.
It's not a bad thing.
Well, the thing is, I know the bass is the easiest instrument to play, so
Right.
I'm easiest to be replaced.
Right, I see. You're feeling a bit dispensable, are you? OK. Well, actually, you're right, Martin. It's really, really easy to play the bass.
Yeah. It's easy to play, it's really hard to make it sound good.
Yeah, actually, you're right. No, he really does sound like you.
I'm only joking.
Sure.
I'm really glad to have you here.
Yeah. Right.
Fantastic.
Are you feeling threatened?
I am actually, a little bit.
I mean, I start with the maracas, and I feel that I'm already moving my way up the band.
Yeah, you're well up there.
Just got my eye on the lead singer spot, really. I'm worried that I came on a little strong with my request to join the band. I may need to change the tone of our meeting if I'm going to get them on side and persuade them to take part in the spoof. It's time to sit the boys down and gently get to know them better with some important questions. It's very nice of you to let me join in a bit. But I'm quite curious. How's the girl action for the Hoosiers?
Wow. Wow.
Really?
Woo! Is that an answer enough? Do we need words as well?
No, we don't need words.
Hyperventilate.
I think that we got enough from that. How does it compare now to when you started the band?
About the same.
Right.
I think that's levelled out at disappointing.
But did you start the band to get girls?
For that reason?
I think that anyone who said they didn't start playing an instrument because they thought it would be easy with the girls and lying.
That's certainly why I started playing the trumpet. You know, I was in a band a bit when I was at school, and I wasn't a very popular member of the band, mainly because the lead singer of the band just wanted to do songs from Guns N' Roses all the time. So basically I just stood further and further back until I was standing so far back in the band I was just basically at my house. But so I'm always quite curious to know, at what point do you decide we're not just in a messing about schoolboy band, we're actually going to be professional musicians?
Al and I signed on, and Martin was just teaching music for a few hours a week, and so we really made a big go of it, because, you know, we really put everything on the line for it. And you always think it's around the corner, you're going to get somewhere, and then, you know, we were thinking that for 8 years.
Yeah.
Really?
Just before we got signed, actually, we were
was the last
point,
push,
I think.
really,
It was like... Because I think we would have just lost it with each other. Just it was kind of tense.
I feel bad because it's, you know, it's all about us, and I feel like it shouldn't be.
Thanks,
Because you do a
guys.
lot of music as well, don't
Thank
you?
you,
know?
yes, I do.
So you obviously studied to a very high standard.
To a
obviously,
very,
as we've
very high
seen.
standard.
The way you held the bass guitar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, no, you're right. I do music, and in my sketch show, I do music spoofs a lot. So, you know, I mean, you might be wondering why I'm here, why I've just turned up at your rehearsal studio.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, it was nice to join in with you, but I do have an ulterior motive. And the ulterior motive is that I would like to do a spoof of one of your songs. And not only that, I'm afraid, I'd like you to be involved in the spoof. And I'd like to be you in front of you. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, we're very, we're quite an open.
You're
bunch,
open?
You know.
Well, thank you. That's a relief. I'm glad, you know.
Did we say yes then?
Yes, you said yes. Yes.
And we'd love to be spoofed properly, you know.
Yes,
No
yes.
lazy spoofing.
No. No expense spared.
Okay.
I promise you that.
Just don't take the piss.
It's been a week since my first meeting with the Hoosiers, and today they've invited me to their album launch. I'm hoping to gather some more information about the band's history, as my first draft of the spoof is taking shape as a biography.
I didn't even see you come in, Katy.
Why is Martin standing in the crowd?
Banner shed.
Have you been exiled to the crowd, Martin? Well, since I last saw the Hoosiers, I have gone away and written a first draft of the Hoosiers spoof. So they're going to take a little break and come up here, and I am going to sing through the first draft of the spoof song. So just hoping that it goes over okay, and perhaps they'll make a few suggestions of their own. We've just grabbed you in the middle of a rehearsal for a big gig that you've got tonight. Feeling a bit nervous?
The nerves will kick in.
Sure.
Probably after the 6th blunder.
It's quite excited to see what the reaction is to the new songs.
Yeah?
It's kind of the honest response when you see it live.
Sure. I'm glad we're on the topic of being a bit nervous of bringing new songs to the audience.
It's almost like you led us that way.
Well,
Let us down
because
the
I
arse.
have made a first attempt
Have you now?
at a Hoosiers spoof song. So I'm going to slightly weirdly and awkwardly now read through the lyrics.
I feel awkward for you.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awkward. Draft 1. You ready?
Sure.
We weren't that old, when we felt the girls go cold, So we started this band to get laid.
True.
Goodbye, Scandinavia, off to join the Hoosiers. Something here about not really understanding the name that much. We can't stop buying Rolls Royces. We can't stop buying Rolls Royces. That's as far as I've got.
Great. I like it.
And then there will be some other rhyme for choices, which we will finish on. What do you think?
Glorious.
Don't let my grin confuse you. I thought it was awful. But I just can't help but grin.
Yeah, and just the appalling awkwardness of the
Yeah.
moment. That's my first draft of a crash through the life story of the Hoosiers.
Actually, I'm quite surprised. I think you've taken a quite acceptable direction with this.
There's
Thank
always
you,
an
Martin.
underhanded compliment with Martin.
It's taken an acceptable direction.
That's quite surprised.
That is good.
Maybe you could be in Swedish national costume throughout the video.
Yes, I'd like that very much.
Okay, well, that's no sooner said than done.
Try and stop it.
Yeah. Anything you really hated?
What was the line about expensive food?
Oh, going to Nobu for an overpriced meal.
Going to when?
Nobu.
Don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. It's a sort of quite
Fancy,
celebrity, fancy
Oh, is it?
Japanese
Oh,
place. Yes. What did you do when you got your record deal?
Do what everyone does. You go to a strip club, don't
Did you? Fantastic. That's going in.
you? No, we didn't.
We're going to hang around for the gig tonight, if that's all right with you.
Yeah,
Yes.
please do. We'd love to have you there as our guests of honour.
Oh, thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you. Wow, I presume that invitation has just spontaneously come from how pleased you are with draft 1.
Pretty much. Now you're one of us.
Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah. I feel like going to a strip club. Well, the new tracks have had an amazing reception tonight and the boys should be really happy. Watching them live has given me a real insight. Coming up, the band show me what it really takes to make a Hoosiers video, and I may still have my work cut out convincing the boys to join in with my spoof.
I think we'll regret it for the rest of our lives.
How many kidneys have I got?
I don't know. How many kidneys have I got?